Hello, sodomites, it's me, Comrade Cora, your favorite educational YouTuber. While the Twin Towers are mostly known for the role they played in the 1976 remake of King Kong, they were also once the tallest building in the world, until something wacky happened. Today we're going to be looking at some interesting facts about other skyscrapers, ones that have stood the test of time, until I intervene. Now, no video on skyscrapers could be complete without first mentioning the Burj Khalifa. Initially named the Burj Dubai after the city it was located in, Burj being tower in Arabic, the skyscraper's namesake was changed after Sheikh Khalifa, the president of the United Arab Emirates, provided significant monetary aid to complete the tower. Sitting at almost 830 meters tall, or just over half a mile for those who think dementia patients make good world leaders, the Burj Khalifa has been the tallest man-made structure in the world since 2009, and will remain so until construction on the 1 kilometer tall Jeddah Tower is finished in Saudi Arabia, or until January 24th, 2022, when I detonate several tons of explosives around the entire building, in order to avenge the many suicides of the indentured workers who labored to construct the tower, as well as permanently diverting immense amounts of tourism from a country entirely reliant on borderline slave labor. Civilian casualties could surpass 10,000, but that's the price you have to pay to get things done around here. I spent 3 hours asking women at the Fox River Mall in Appleton, Wisconsin if they could name the tallest building in the world until one of them finally said the Eiffel Tower, so I could post it to TikTok and create a breeding ground for misogynists. However, it is true that the Eiffel Tower was once the tallest building in the world, from the time it was unveiled for the 1889 World's Fair until the time the Chrysler Building surpassed it in 1930. While it still remains as the most visited tourist attraction with an entrance fee in the world, its height is no longer anything to write home about. At a mere 324 meters tall, it is far shorter than the other skyscrapers featured in today's video, but, like Napoleon, it was actually average height for the time. Regardless of how tall it is now, it will be 0 meters tall very soon because I have leaked blueprints of Predator drones to Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, and together we have made plans to pulverize the Eiffel Tower as part of our shared goal of eradicating France and French culture. Now, not many people know this, but China has by far the most skyscrapers in the world. A whole 2,612 of the world's skyscrapers are located in China, while the USA trails behind in second place with a mere 840. Of the top 10 tallest skyscrapers, spots number 2, 4, 7, and 8 are held by buildings located in China. What even fewer people know is that in all 2,612 of these skyscrapers, I have hidden bombs around the bases of the buildings that I will detonate at any time if Xi Jinping ever decides to lowball me on the monthly paychecks he sends me to deny the Uyghur genocide on Twitter. After the original World Trade Center was destroyed by the Bush administration to justify imperialism in the Middle East, the modern-day One World Trade Center, formerly known by the hilarious name Freedom Tower, was built in its place. A mere shadow of its former self, this pathetic piece of shit stands at a height of 1,776 feet, and I nearly puked in my mouth just saying that. Fortunately, 10 devoted Patreon subscribers have sworn allegiance to my cause and will sacrifice their lives to recreate the events of September 11th on its 21st anniversary. This is because history repeats itself first as tragedy, second as farce, and since 9/11 was supposedly some big tragedy or whatever, a repetition of it would be fucking hilarious. Speaking of 9/11, after Canada demanded that Saudi Arabia release feminist activists from prison, Saudi Arabia responded by threatening a 9/11 style attack on the CN Tower, which, given that Canada copies everything the US does, from to pumping out pedophilic rappers, would probably lead Canada to declare a 9/11 style retaliation. That is to say, declaring war on 7 unrelated Islamic countries that happen to be rich with resources that they aren't unconditionally surrendering to Western corporations. However, that threat turned out to be as empty as my balls after John McCain died. Regardless, fans of my channel will know that I always deliver on my promises, and I promise that if I still don't pass by next summer, I will kill myself by flying a helicopter into this famous landmark of the Toronto skyline, which was once the world's tallest freestanding structure until 2019. Everyone who has subscribed to my channel is an accomplice in my actions, especially my $10 patrons. Cooper, how many words does Patreon actually allow me to put in here, Pilot? I bet you $5. And Jordan Carpenter, as well as the remaining patrons listed on the screen now. These are just a modicum of my plans to eradicate capitalist architecture and rid Mother Earth of the poisons of urbanization. The only thing that could possibly stop me is if the federal government apprehends me at West 5638 Mark Court, Appleton, Wisconsin 54915.